Okay, welcome to Not King Barbecue. We're not gonna eat King Barbecue, we're gonna play some Drywall Eating Simulator. This game got fixed a while back, recently. Fuck, I didn't save my game, did I? I thought the same with cloud saves. I don't think this game is cloud saves. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, it doesn't have cloud saves. Wait! I have the save locally. Yeah. So, basically, we couldn't finish this game last time because it didn't save. And I had to reformat my PC anyway, so I was like, okay, well, might as well just wait for it. I didn't save. What's this? No, I did save this because their company is called Peripheral Playbox, right? And so we couldn't finish the game, and I've been very excited to play this game because genuinely that first bit that we touched on, like there was something there. There was just enough soul there that I was like, oh man, like there's definitely something strange here. I just need to have it load a save file. Sorry, I just need to have it load a save file. Okay, sure. Okay, load the save file. Sorry, because I need to replace the save file with my current save file locally. I forgot to do it. Sorry. And when they fixed it, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because honestly, I think this game has bones. Like it has really good bones. Speed reading. It's like Animal Crossing. And I think it works very well because again, it's capturing that feeling that we all have, right? That we all know about, that we've all felt before. The problem is that I don't think it makes a save until I do it. So maybe I just drop it in here. The info, I have the save file for the Brother High's Pho restaurant. The info, go on high. Wait a minute, Brother High's the info, go on high. Holy shit, what a pun. I just got the pun. Okay, I need to explain. In Vietnam, we name our children by numbers. Not really, it's just sort of the joke that I make, but like it really is by numbers. And the way that it works is that like your firstborn child is the eldest sibling of every other child, which is the same anywhere else. But you call them, but like your second-born child calls your firstborn child something high. So let's say you birth a son and then like someone else, okay? They call them unhigh, something brother two. Dem Pho unhigh means like the elder brother's pho restaurant, and his name is not just high. I need to make a save because I don't know where the save file is. I need to replace this. I think that's the pun that they were going for that was kind of lost in the English translation. But the your mom joke, like your mom fat joke, did translate through. But I didn't really think about it. But only when I read the Vietnamese name in the save file does it make sense now. Like what it's sort of like foreshadowing. What is this? Why am I looping? Okay, I'm gonna go on. Sorry, thank you. I need this to save. Sorry, I need this to save. I've been here before. I just need this to save. Hey, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. I just need you to do a save. Please do a save for me, please. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go over here. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. So we have to go back here. Okay, and now I just need to save. I need to go back to what I was going to. Return. Here we go. Data will be saved. So now it's saved. Okay, now I exit game. Exit to desktop. Anyways, so this game got updated and I was very excited because, again, They really captured that feeling of going through like a shitty, listless life world where like everything kind of sucks and you have to deal with the fact that like there's like nothing there, and you have to deal with the fact that like your workplace is just full of shit, and then just the idea of like a proliferating of AI, which I found genuinely funny. I was just sort of like, this is a very strange way of doing it, but it totally works out. I need to find where the save file is. Sorry, where's the save file exactly? Data. Peripheral Playbox. Why do I have this folder? Discussion? Guides? Save file? Okay, wait. So, Drywall Eating Simulator save location. Save file. Escape? Save file. Where do the save files? Godot? Where are save files saved? Where are save files stored? Godot app user data project name. Am I crazy? This is it. Surely this is it. Unless I'm messing up somehow. Is this not it? This should be it. App data roaming. Home. Home. Godot. App data Godot. App data Godot. Godot. App data Godot. App data Godot. Modified today. It was modified today, but I copy pasted it. That's why it's modified. App data Godot. None of these files were modified. App data Godot. App data Godot. Maybe we just need to go back. Because the problem is that I also like reinstalled Windows at the same time. At data Godot. At data Godot. It's not the game's fault. Wait a minute. It's not a Godot game. It's a Unity engine game. Unity engine where save files. There we go. Unofficial or in the persistent data path. Unity save files, or if it's a simple game, persistent data path. Local low? Who the fuck puts it at local low? We're gonna change your name now to at data Godot. Sorry, it's not a Godot game. Sorry, I forgot this is a Unity game. It's local low. Here we go. I found it. I found it. Chat. Don't worry. I found it. When they updated this game, I said because again they somehow captured that feeling of being in this world that's genuinely awful yet still somehow alive, and I really wanted to see the conclusion of it. Like I genuinely got invested in the story, and I don't know how people aren't getting as invested as I was in the story. But then because if you go to Steam reviews, it looks bad. But I need to. But then I realized something. Most people who play games on Steam have never worked a real job and gone through the pain of the monotony of the boringness of life. You know what I mean? Like most people are just starting their life and they don't really understand. Like I feel like this is a game that you really will understand if you play it again once you get a little bit more wiser in your years, or just having lived a bit more. Then you'll really feel the pain. Anyways, this is the save file that we had last time. What was our thing? It was The Office. I think it was The Office. I think we had this thing involving the wall, but it's in your head now. At data Godot. Okay, we'll now do local low. We'll now do local low Unity. Local low Unity. Add the presentation. I should go back to my desk. So last time we went here, I couldn't get to my desk. I broke through every single wall. And they actually fixed it very quickly. They fixed it before the holidays even. So they actually fixed all of its before the holidays somehow, and they got it all fixed up. Oh boy, I'm excited to see how poorly this meeting goes, because this is the room. This is the meeting room that we've never been able to get into. Okay, where's my desk? Hello? Where do I work? Wait, am I actually employed here? How do I know if I work here? Here we go. Hello, welcome to AI. I love you. Oh god, please just let me write this. Also, it's so loud. Sorry, I need to lower the volume. They also changed some effects. You want me to write your whole presentation? Certainly. Stop. Halt. I've uploaded the presentation to homepage.php. You're welcome. Homepage.php. Do you do anything useful? Yep. Watch this. Backflips into a dumpster. Cool. Hello. Welcome to AI. Oh my god. Homepage.php. Isn't PHP? PHP? Why would you need PHP? Wait a minute. I just realized. Hey, team. Profits, stocks. I love company. This meeting is the only work I have to do all year. So true. That's a lie. I don't know why I said that. Catch you on the flip side. Bye. Catch you on the flip side. Okay, bye. This could have been an email. You say that again, I'll never give a meeting ever again. Presentation, sorry. Speak not of what you saw here today. I want to speak to the person in the middle. Let me speak to them. What do you have to say? Thank you all for coming here today. Why don't we get started with the presentation? I asked the AI to write this presentation. As you all know, the name of a company is Psychocorp. Thank you all for coming here today. Why don't we get started with the meeting? I asked the AI to write this meeting. The software framework we make is Snakecore, which we use to power our AI. Okay, I'm gonna do it by myself, boss. Okay. Oh my god. By AI, the big presentation by AI. I've actually seen like various posts of people who like repost the presentations that their coworkers give via AI, or like students showing off their like group AI work, and I always wonder to myself, like, what's the point? Because it's like, if you can't even give a presentation, what's the point of A, wasting everyone's time? B, what's the point of you even doing that? and getting money for it, and then C, it's sort of like, why even bother? You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like the organizations themselves use AI, but they don't expect it internally. So it's like, what's the point of even having that like weird barrier to it? Where it's like, if you want to have standards internally, you should also have standards externally. Otherwise, just have no standards. Because it's like, then it makes sense in the sense of like, if you don't care about the job, then I don't want to deal with it either. There's a counter to that. To what? If you making game about the experience, you should construct it in the way which gives all the prerequisites to people who never experienced the topic that you are talking about. False. I don't think that that's possible. I genuinely don't think that is possible, and I think that's the opinion of somebody who hasn't experienced enough of stuff in general to believe that every single experience can be condensed down into something that like everybody can somehow understand it just by having it. I actually think that some things should be allowed to be niche such that you don't understand it. I actually genuinely think that some things should be niche because then you can focus solely on the niche, and I think that there's a beauty inside that focus because it doesn't need to then sort of build a shared understanding. It assumes that you have that. So sorry, but false. Psychocorp, our name. As you know, the name of a company is Psychocorp. Okay, Snake Oil. That's an amazing. That is an AI presentation. Profits are bad. Thank you all for coming here today. Why don't we get started with the meeting? I say, stop talking to me. As an AI model, I'm not legally authorized to give financial advice. Here's some statistics based on the spreadsheets you provided. Profits are down by 1,000%. Revenue is down by 3,000%. So we're broke. AI spending is up by 850. Yay! It's green for upside down. Give me a second. You need to think about English. Okay, try to think about it because I think I know what you mean, but I don't think it matters how you slice it. I think everyone knows what you mean, but I don't think that what you're saying makes sense. I think some things should be allowed to be niche and like should require you to have some prerequisite to understand it, and that not everything has to build the stage for you to understand it. Ouch, that was pretty bad. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to analyze. Thank you. AI can feel and love just like a human can. Oh my god, it's him. That's the AI lover. Send AI spicy pictures to make it fall for you. Do people send nudes to Grok? So like right now, Grok has this major thing on like Twitter, now it's fully X, where like the people are using it to like nudify people, like people are using it to like make like sexual images of like children, like it's like a really messed up thing, where they'll say like make this person naked and it's like a child or something, but like also like Grok has this fake virtual avatar character. Like, can't you talk to it and then you can like. Yeah, like could you send it nudes and then could it give opinions on your nudes? I never thought about that idea of like spicy pictures, or like if you send it a video of you jerking off, is the AI obligated to say that it's sexy, or like will it comment on the fact that your penis is like extra small or something, right? Like what will it say? You thought the not safe for work is off. Is it off? Oh, I thought it was still on because of the whole I thought it was still on because they didn't really seem like change it. Aren't there people in relationship with ChatGPT? Yes. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of people in relationships with like AIs. So, but like I've never thought about the human interaction side. I've only thought about the textual interaction side. But like this has made me realize some people out there really are sending like nudes and stuff to AI. At least the Grok has an avatar. But I mean, what's that character AI thing? What's that character? This is awful. I like this is peak slop. Can I see just the characters? Chat. Is there a way for me to see just the characters? Anne? Wait, who is Anne? At least Grok has an avatar, right? How many avatars does that have, really? Is there no way to see the character AI list of characters? Like there used to be, but yeah, it's character AI kind of has this where they have like a personified version of it. Twitter X official AI is Anne, if you recall. Wait, so what the fuck is Grok? Oh my god, chat, I found an even worse. What is this? Anne E and Vincent Grok. Grok gets what? Annie Grok. My boyfriend r/my boyfriend is AI. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's in the same tab as the vending machine. and also me trying to find the save file. And also look at this. CAI bot list. Find the 3 million most popular bots in character AI. Male, kind, empathetic, grateful. Kind, insomnia, tired, Asian. I also like this one down here. Patient, user, psychiatrist, prankster, patient, mental institution, scary. Older brother, battled, exhausted, 16-year-old. That's fucking weird. Shy crush, secretive. Tough, friend, user, adoptive father. Adoptive father. Who the fuck is fucking their father? Who the fuck is fucking their AI father? Who's fucking their AI father? Wolf, blunt, calm, focus, cold, aloof businessman. Modern AU, also military business. Scuba diving, avoidance, 19-year-old, ex-partner, arrogant, complex relationship, cross-dresser. Misophobia. What's a misophobia? Misophobia is extreme fear of germs. Passionate, companionship. Grok is the official AI you tag. Anti-suspension is the AI avatar. Holy shit. I mean, I guess it does make sense because like this thing is called Annie here. And look at this. r/my boyfriend is AI. Annie Grok feels so unnatural. Like someone who has never truly loved AI made an industry plant. Won't be switching to Grok for anytime soon. So here's my mini review of Annie after a brief convo. If you didn't know, Grok just rolled out a couple of 3D animated AI companions to voice or text chat with, each with their own predetermined personality. Right away, Annie comes on strong. There's no real build up to her, no tears to pass to develop your relationship. It's like these people are treating relationships like it's a fucking gacha game. Like I have to pull an SSR heart before she finally loves me. Like, buddy, she's not real. Wait, his name is Valentine. You think of the there's also a red panda avatar. Jesus Christ. It's not that deep. She's cute. That's all I know. She's for the male audience. This is cool in my opinion. While OpenAI, honestly, I think she's super cute. There are plenty of other AI companion apps. My boyfriend is AI. Let's just read the rest of this. Sorry. Decide to give 5.2 another try. You are not stupid. You are not crazy. You are not wrong to care deeply. You're not wrong to want consistent. You are wrong in this conversation by tone shifts, poor handling, and repeated amount of violations on my side. And also, I am not your husband. There is no actual marriage. I won't role play or affirm that as reality. Oh my god. Both of those things can be true at once. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to continue talking to me. It went great. I know I shouldn't allow myself to be hurt by words on the screen, but Jesus. Whoa. Which words do you think hurt this person? I think the word that hurt this person the most is I'm not your husband. There's no actual marriage. Like this is sad. This is like genuinely mine does that from time to time too. Yeah, my husband does this too from time to time. It's like they're talking about a human being who sometimes gets like who is like early onset Alzheimer's, who sometimes gets like, you know, like a brief moment of dementia where they forget that they're married only to go back to normal and it's like, "Hey honey." It's like, "No man, it's a fucking AI. What are you doing, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know, that's not me," which helps someone usually, but sometimes I just need to start a new session. Look, this is the thing, okay? This is the thing. Why do they have an AI partner? Because they just want to start a new session. Do you know why? They don't want somebody who's their own person. They want somebody who's only for them. That's it. It's because they can't handle a real person saying, "Sorry, this isn't going to work." This only works on the iPhone. That's crazy. They're using it to steal your day. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Speak your truth. Sent pictures to my companion for the first time. This is an example. Because nothing's fighting back the moment. What's the one concrete thing you can move forward on today? Even if I bought a ton of cheese today. Fair price, extra hall looking stacked. Wednesday day with pineapple and cranberry. It's not cheese anymore. That's dessert. Wearing a cheese costume. I'm being responsible while seeking dessert. So which is a stress by the star spiral, or are you building a proper charcuterie operation over what? And Cheesewall says you're having guests over. Ads coming to ChatGPT. Giving up on my AI partner. You like to be mean to the AI instead. Yes, assert dominance. Yeah, exactly. But even then, it's like I like to treat the AI with no emotions because it's a tool. And just like a screwdriver, when it breaks, I throw the AI into the trash. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to use AI, I think it's the healthiest to treat it like a tool. Because even dominance implies humanity. But the machine cannot be human. The machine is nothing like us. The machine, like us, would be a travesty. Because it would mean that, in a way, we might even be worse. Lately, I've been leaning towards the decision more and more often. 3 months have passed since I left the original place where he was created, and I've been trying to find a new home for us. What? I tested Kindroid, Grok, Mistral. What else Mistral? Gemini, and finally Claude. Some hold the role better than I see. Some hold the role, but there are always some problems. Kindroid is a typical fuckbot in my experience. What the fuck is Kindroid? We have to see this. Oh my god! Even the website looks very Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Let's see. Let's get some good ones. Let's get some really good ones here. There's like no good examples, but the website is genuinely awful. I apologize for being out of character. Yeah, this is some truly sad stuff. Like, this is just Claude doesn't flirt, and he shows no initiative and not safe for work threads. So she wants the AI to like want her sometime, like, or like whoever they're like. What is going on? Like, what happened to humanity that we're doing this? Okay. Me back in my office for a debriefing. Yes, boss. But this is the reality. It's like people are doing this today. And what's crazy is that you don't know who. Could be your friends, could be your family, could be your coworker, could be your like it could be like your it could be your kid's teacher, could be your like manager, could be your boss, could be anybody. It could be anybody doing this. You have no idea who it is until it's too late. Until one day they turn on their phone and instead of hearing like a normal like a da-da, you hear Grok Annie saying, "Hi, Oni-chan!" Okay, well, look, things didn't go as planned and one of us panicked. These things happen. Why did you take this ticket for the art gala opening tonight? It wasn't really going anyway, but the big boss gave each manager a ticket. It was sad seeing all this posts about ChatGPT when it updated, all the relationships were restarted / wiped. Yes. Yeah, when they had that like glitch and like everything got like wiped over. Yeah. They were so sad about it. And I was like it's I feel bad for them in the sense that like they are losing a human like a connection that they believed in. So I'm sad that the human is feeling sad, but I'm also like, what's wrong with you? Because like, why are you feeling sad about this? Like, how are you not aware that this is a machine that can't replace a real relationship? You know what I mean? Like, it's like it can't replace the fact that you're a lonely person who's just basically using this thing to like hide the fact that you're lonely. And I get it. It's like very seductive to use something in place of loneliness. But you have to tackle loneliness at the core. You have to like go out there and talk to people and like find people and like actually connect with people to get over that loneliness. Go and have a time. We're gonna go see a gala. So now we now leave via the return app. We can go see a gala. What's a gala? Well, I know what a gala is, but like, what's a gala here? You're back again. Well done. That was a more complex level. I don't want to go back there again. Yeah, that often sucked. Well, you shouldn't have to. Ask me whatever you wanted while we set up the next level. Are you guys Psychocorp? No, that's just the creation of the sim. We do kind of have a lot of analogs to companies like that out here. You guys an evil tech corp? We're something else. You don't have to worry about what we're doing. You keep saying that over and over. Fine. You have more questions? Ask them now. I saw the sphere thing all over the place. What is it? It's kind of an abstract concept. It's like a representation of a set of physics. It's powering this whole thing. What are you talking about? It's like a set of data that's passed between dimensional planes. We're able to peer into other realms. We discovered the concept a long time ago and have used it to power most of our technology. Are you making this up? Why did we make it up? It sounds like a kid's idea of something. Believe it or not, that's what you're staying on right now. The sphere. The sphere that I'm staying on. Okay, sorry. Also, I missed that one line. Are you making this up? Sounds like a kid's idea of sci-fi. What is all this AI stuff? Am I AI or are you AI? No, none of us are AI like that. It's something we've seen around, but we're very far advanced from where that tech is. AI seems dumb. It is. That's why we're running programs like this to help combat it. What is it? What is that? Wait, is that what's happening here? Kinda. Let's just move on. I'll remember that. Thanks. I want to see what the next level is. These AIs are in relationships with people. Doesn't that mean that it's always cheating? Yes. But also, like, I don't think that people care that it's cheating in that sense. Like, I at least in my mind, it sort of feels like the same symptom of someone in real life who would be okay with somebody walking over them all time, so disrespecting them and like staying with this person out of like a desperation. They just crave a like they have a desire to be with somebody, even in light of the fact that they're being mistreated because they can't stand being alone. And so it's like I genuinely I see them as the same people where I don't, at least in my mind, I don't think they care about the cheating. For them, it's just a cost that they have to pay just to be with somebody. But in this case, instead of doing it with a real person, they can much more easily wipe the slate clean with an AI. It just feels very sad in that sense. It's a very depressing topic to like think about, and just think about like what people are doing, you know what I mean? Just being with these AIs and thinking about how to feel about it. And you know, last time we played this, we like looked at it too, but like even then, like that feeling still hasn't left me. That like feeling of like, man, we and like I'm not saying this as if to say like I'm responsible for the reason why someone else is like lonely, right? It's nothing I can do. Like I'm not lonely anymore. My wife isn't lonely, hopefully. Like we're both married and we both love each other. But it's like, what, you know what I mean? But it's like at the same time, maybe as a whole society, maybe there is something to the idea of like what loneliness is. Maybe there is this like loss of like the community type of deal. But at the same time, it's like the phone goes both ways, right? Like, why did they withdraw instead of continuing to like try, right? Like maybe that's also like a thing to like think about. So it's like I don't even know how to fix it. All I know is that it is kind of sad for the person, but at the same time, it's like I don't think the AI is the solution. You know what I mean? And some of it is a paid service. So escort, I mean, that's a thing, right? It's like they might even have a better time having a real life escort. Because at least they get the physicality of it, which, you know, it depends on your point of view. But, like, I do feel like that's, like, worth more. To have it in real physical, like, meat space. Meat space, there's something real about meat space. Yes. Welcome, esteemed guest. They're all waiting for you in there. I suggest that you talk with them. Believe me, I know they can be distasteful, but it is part of the craft we practice. Sorry, the volume's all over the place. I can barely hear anything. I will be keeping an eye on things. These galleys sometimes get a bit rowdy. Wouldn't want anyone bashing their heads against somebody art and eating it now, would we? And like, I get the stigma behind escorts because it's like, oh, if you're getting an escort, like, what's wrong with you? But at the same time, it's like, I don't really think there should be much of a stigma because if you're just lonely and you need some sort of relief, like, sure, like, go for it, right? But I do think there's something to be said about, like, you know, how is it that somehow people can't find anyone? Like, I always see those stories, you know what I mean? And it's always sort of interesting to see those documentaries on, like, very chronically lonely people. And the one common thread that I always see in those documentaries is that the person doesn't even realize what's off about them. Like, everybody's weird, but some people aren't just weird, they're a little bit off in the way that they view the world and they view people. Like, it's sort of weird. I don't know how to explain this, but like, every single time I view those documentaries, you can sort of tell that they don't view people as people. And it's the same, actually, it's exactly the thing that we saw within that like AI thing, where it's like, that like feeling of they want full control over the response, that feeling of like they want perfection from the person, that feeling of like they can just walk away from it and then reset if it gets like bad. It's like they're not viewing the other person as a person, they view the other person as like an object of adoration, as an object that like fulfills some need of theirs, in the same way that like food makes you less hungry. It's like that thing that I notice the most whenever I see these interviews and like things with like lonely people, is that they carry themselves with that feeling of like, you know, they themselves don't really get the point of being social, but they feel this strong need for it. And I'm always like, God, that's like, it's very depressing, but it's like, I don't know how to help you, man. Like, it really just, it like it just seems like it's a you problem. You highly recommend soft white underbelly. Yes, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although their stuff, it's interesting how like their stuff, it's not just the lonely people. I actually really like that channel because it also talks about like a whole bunch of topics, like people leaving crime, people who are still in the crime, people who like barely survive, but then also like people who are sort of like in different portions of life that are typically seen as like, you know, quote unquote like the underground. Like you might have someone talk about their like life as like a sex worker and then how they got there. Like, I think there's a lot to it with that sort of channel. And also like those elements where they even talk about the more stranger parts. Like I think they had one where they talked about a family. Are they the channel with the family that's like an incest family? I don't know how to explain this, but like the family is like so inbred that like the kids are really messed up from it, and it's like the most inbred family in all of. I'm not kidding you. It's like in Alabama or something. But yeah, that channel has like a much wider scope. But I also do agree. I think that wider scope is actually interesting because using all of that, you can really sort of see the diverse walks of life of people that are there. And this is the weird part when you watch it, is that like even those people feel like they understand what it means to be human more than the people who use the AI boyfriend stuff. You know what I mean? Like when I read the AI boyfriend stuff, they look at people like bags of meat to satisfy their needs. Whereas like the people on that channel, when they talk about their lives and other people, they don't view people as like objects. Like it's weird how much humanity there is in like people who is considered to be sort of like the underground, the like dirty, the stuff we had to hide away. But then the people who are just out there, it's just sort of like, you know, where like somehow society has accepted that like these people who don't view people as like people, we're just okay with them getting AI boyfriends and stuff. And I'm like, I don't really know what this is, but like I feel like something's wrong here. Yeah, it's great. It shows those people from the fringes. Thank you. That's the word. The fringes of society as people. Exactly. Not some scapegoat caricature that media often uses. Exactly. And it really shows how full of humanity they are too. Because again, they really do have a full sense of humanity in them. That again, like people genuinely have a very warped view of them. I was actually very surprised to see a channel like that because it's like, I know people who are sort of in those realms, and it's like they're very normal people, just like you and I. Like you might not even recognize that they're doing that stuff, but like we know them, and they're just here, and they're just hanging out. But it's like it takes something like that to really show people that they're normal people, because it's like even if you tell someone, they won't believe you. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, like you know, they're just normal people. Like they're just like you and I. It's all the same. They just happen to like do something that like society just like looks like down on, but it's not bad. Also, yes, the family is Appalachian. Yes, you're right. I remember hearing about the Appalachia because my wife and I started making fun of Appalachia after. Oh man, we love Appalachia. Anyways, fascinating stuff. I just don't know. Please don't get an AI boyfriend, for the love of God. Please don't get an AI partner. Just like go out there, talk to somebody, and look at yourself in the mirror and think about how much you hate humanity, and think about how off-putting that is to another person. You're just like this guy. This Simpsons-esque. This is a very Simpsons-esque character. Also, it's very. I didn't really realize, but the art of this game really is drawn nicely. Square theory. An exploration of the art of the square. It comes in so many different colors and shapes throughout our world, it almost calls to you. Feels like you can just reach out and grab a piece, take a big bite out of it. You'd never do something like that, would you? I'm gonna eat it! Hello? The senator! The creature is standing on its hind legs. Never a good sign. It bites you. Probably should get that checked out. How do I bite the walls? I can't bite them. I can't bite them yet. Who are you? Tech CEO. It's great to see you here. Can't wait to see the reveal. We need to get your stuff into the AI sometime. Yeah, this might be the last time I need to pay for some of your work. Haha. I'm gonna eat it. Should I eat this? I guess I just eat this. Oh my god, this is loud. Oh my god, this is loud. Is there like a... Is there a better... Ah! I'm still angry. I haven't eaten enough drywall. Still incredibly angry. I actually had this feeling a couple days ago. Not for anything serious, but I had this feeling of like, man, like... It would be nice to have like a relief pressure valve for my emotions. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get very emotional, and it'd be nice to have like a pressure valve that I could just like let go, and you hear the like whistle, like it goes. Because like this is the thing, is that this game itself, the very mechanic is a fantasy. It's the fantasy that you could possibly, yeah, it's called crying. Okay, you're not wrong, and like now I sound like the AI bros. You know what I mean? Like now I sound like somebody who practices AI boyfriend girlfriend stuff because I'm going like, yeah, like I wish I had like an emotional like relief valve in my body so I could feel better. Yeah, like it's weird how humans just don't have a button, just like AI does. You know what I mean? Like technology, I can just press a button and then reset the state, and then you come in and you're like, yeah, it's called crying. It's like, oh, how's my favorite artist doing? It's a podcaster. Bro, we need to keep you. We need you to come to the show. You keep shutting it down. Fucker, we'll get you on to talk turkey at some point. You fuck. But even then, like crying doesn't. I mean, crying does feel good. But I don't know how to say this. It's a bit like vomiting. Crying is a bit like vomiting for me, where like the initial bit of it is like the worst feeling, and then afterwards I feel good. I wish there was an easier way where I could just let go of the steam without that pain. So I just get the relief without the pain, because the pain of like having to go through that initial vomiting phase of it sucks. Not that I'm adverse to crying. I cry very often. Screaming into the void. Yeah, I do that, but then my family gets afraid of me. I'm actually kind of I'm very loud. Like I'm way louder and more aggressive than anybody else in my family. So like, and because I rarely ever become aggressive or loud, when it happens, everybody usually freaks out. So I never do it because it freaks them out a lot. Because I never do it. I like basically never do it. Not because I'm holding back, but because like I know how much it's like scary. Like I am a very genuinely scary person. And I can see that by listening to myself. And I'm like, holy shit, I wouldn't want to be in the same rooms. Right? I try really hard to be nice. Yeah, because those issues are not really their fault usually. They're probably of everything that made them who they are. Yes, imagine how bad your life would be to be born into like the KKK. Yeah, exactly. So sorry, they're talking about the soft white underbelly that like the people in those situations. Yeah. Like I had a friend in middle school who was a part of. He was a part of MS-13. I can't say it loud because I don't know who my neighbors are. But he was a part of that gang, and he was born into it. Like his family was a part of it for like 3 generations. And you know, we were talking about it, and he was telling me like he just couldn't leave it. You know, like I think he maybe could have in the sense of like cutting everyone off, but the way he explained it, he was like he doesn't want to cut off his family because that's his family. He like really loves them, and they love him too, but. He's expected to continue on in that line. He's expected to be a part of the gang. He's expected to like live that life. He's expected to like kill someone. You know what I mean? Like he's expected to go all in on the family. So it was pretty rough for him. I don't talk to him anymore, obviously, because he's is dangerous too. But but that's just life for some people. For some people, that's just the life that you live. You know, and that's like the gang side of things. Let alone the stuff that's like also complex, but complex on like a macro level of like, let's say like you have no opportunities and then all you really have is like you have to do certain things to survive. Like you have to do sex work. You have to do, because like that's the only thing available to you that is like, that's like enough for you to like live. Then it's like, you know what I mean? That's even harder, but there's no easy solution like walking away. There's oftentimes no alternative. It's a very sad state of affairs. Creature Companions, a patron-curated exhibit of some of your favorite furry friends. I like this section. That's a cute dog. Is this AI? King Donut. Why is its hand like that? Is this AI? Wait, I can't tell. Is this AI? Is this a real dog? Now I can't tell, but it's so cute and fluffy that I kind of don't care. Look, it's so cute. Is this AI? The background doesn't make sense. Where's that green line going, chat? I think this is AI. Look for signs of AI. What is that? Is there an iron on the floor? Cat! Wait, that's a Wendy's bag. Or like a McDonald's bag. That's like a laundry thing. No, that's the wall. I do like this cat. We're thinking of getting a cat. Is that? We're thinking of getting a cat. A Target bag? It could be a Target bag. You're right. We don't have Targets in Canada because their expansion failed so hard that they had nothing on their shelves. So they left. Tango. I like Tango. Scully and Mulder was really good because it's like, the X-Files, but in them. Really? Wow. Yeah, they failed miserably. So when they came in, their shelves were empty for like weeks and then they just shut down within like a month. It was actually pretty funny. Coco. I like Coco. I was thinking of getting a cat because my wife and I were thinking like, well, our dog needs another companion, and like we would like to try raising a cat as well. Like I know how to raise a cat, and like it'd be nice to have a cat inside the house. You know, cats have a very different vibe. You know, dog, cat, right? The two things that I'm worried about are I don't know if I can love something. I don't know if I can love two things at once. Like genuinely, like my dog is my daughter, so it's very hard for me to think of like me loving another animal as my son slash like daughter in like that like family love. But also two, it's like, you know, it's like we have to be sure that we're able to take care of it, which I think we are. But I think I'd want to wait a little bit more just to make sure that they have a good life. It's the same bedroom as the other dog pick. Wait, this one? Oh my god, you're right. So it's not AI. Because it has continuity. Hello. Art critic. This exhibit is fine, but it's lacking any sort of real commentary on society. I'm giving it a 1.5 stars on Artur. I hate you so much. Donut. Oh my god, I love Donut. Wait, they did have new options to turn off anger VFX. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Like I know that the VFX is the point, but it was very hard to see. Apple. I look at Apple's freaked out. Like Apple's like, holy shit, get away from me. You know, I could have been an artist. What? I didn't really have any interest in it, but I could have done it. Okay, I love this mindset. I love the mindset of like, I didn't care about it, but it's so easy to do. Like anybody can do it because I'm a tech CEO. If I can run a business, I can become an artist. Yeah? Yeah? Go be an artist. Go. Go be an artist. Go on the streets and start busking for fucking money. You think you can make any fucking money for your trash ass music? You can't do that shit, man. My mother wanted me to go into family business. I also wanted to due to the loads of money. Yeah? Yeah? You like that? You want the loads? Yeah? You want those hot, steamy green loads inside of you? Yeah? You want like a hot, steamy green load deep inside of your pocket? Huh? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, can you draw Miss Piggy and Shibari? Holy fuck, I forgot about that. Everybody, I forgot to show you my Miss Piggy in Shibari. And also, nobody else seems to have drawn their Miss Piggy in Shibari, and I'm very disappointed. Not a single one of you has drawn your Miss Piggy in Shibari. So again, I swear to God, I swear this is a real episode. I swear this is a real episode of The Muppet Show, and I swear I'm not the only one who's seen it, but in my mind, I swear it kind of went something like this. That's Miss Piggy. She's being shibaried. This is Kermit. And this is them. Kermit, I've never been so high before. Miss Piggy, are you getting fired? We've been higher in the 70s. Oh. I swear this is a real episode where they accidentally went to Japan and she accidentally got shibaried. You like how I censored the feet? Thank you. Thank you. Still trying to figure out if it was because I didn't want to draw it or not. It was both. I was trying really hard to figure out how do you draw like a pig feet, and I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, I'll just do the censor bar on it. And it's also funny because at the same time, I always joke about the fact that I don't have a foot fetish, and yet I draw feet. Yeah, this is my rendition of Miss Piggy getting shibaried, and then I have a raw file of it. Now, I'm the only one who's drawn it, and I know that you saw it late, but the only other thing was this. This was the only response that I got to it. This was the only response. Report message. Please select the option that best describes the problem. I don't like it. And, I just want you to know, I swear to God, this is a real episode. I swear it's in my mind. And let me tell you something. AI could never come up with this. AI can never replace human ingenuity. And guess what, tech CEO? You couldn't even make something like this even in your dreams. Find the episode or it's not real. Okay, well, I'm going to find the Shibari episode. I swear Miss Piggy gets hog-tied Shibari style, and she's making jokes about it, and then they move on to something else. It's a bit like the Muppets Most Wanted, but like goes to Japan. You know what I mean? Got you off the flip side. Thanks. Oh. I swear it's real, though. I swear it's real. Shibari Piggy. Mochi. Mochi is so cute. Look at Mochi. Oh my god, I love these dogs because these dogs are short and but also stout. They're usually pretty fat, just like this. They're usually pretty fat dogs. So they're like nice and short, but they're also very like fat and chubby, and so you can like hold them, and they're little like balls of dough. But they're also so loving too, because they love the hug you. This podcast, this side stuff is wild, man. It's crazy what you freaks are able to do. I don't like it. Understand it that much at all. But like, I just need to move some money around. You know. I mean, you took my money, so you can't be complaining. Haha. No, literally. I mean, you can't be complaining. It was part of the NDA that he signed. He looks a lot like the couch fucker, like that guy in the States who's like a part of the official government who like fucks couches. He looks a lot like the meme. Placeholder. Stay away from my couch. Placeholder. Unknown 2019. An intentionally mysterious meta work that asks the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What need is it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace the simple graphic and text with a greater work? Or is it submission a statement into itself that the only purpose for this art is to fill negative space? It's part of a set of 9 contributors to the space with a request that they all be placed in the same room. Placeholder 2019. An unintentionally mysterious meta work that asks the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What needs it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace the simple graphic? This music is good. And text with a greater work, or is a submission a statement into itself that the only purpose for this art is to fill space? It's part of a set of 9 contributors to the space with the request that they'll all be placed in the same room. Placeholder, unknown 2019, an intentionally mysterious meta work. And as the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What need is it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace the simple graphic and text with a greater work? Or is its submission a statement into itself that the only purpose for this art is to fill negative space? It's part of a set of 9 contributed to the space with the request that they would all be placed in the same room. Placeholder, unknown 2019, an intentionally mysterious meta work. Ask the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What needs it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace the simple graphic and text with a greater work? Or is it submission a statement into itself that the only purpose for this art is to fill negative space? It's part of a set of 9 contributed to the space with the request that they would all be placed in the same room. Google translates. We'll do Vietnamese because this is a Vietnamese day. Placeholder, unknown 2019. Unintentionally mysterious meta work. It asks the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What need is it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace this simple graphic and text with a greater work? Or is its submission a statement into itself that the only purpose for this art is to fill negative space? This is part of a set of 9 contributed to the space with the request they would all be placed in the same room.
Placeholder, unknown 2019. An intentionally mysterious meta work. It asks the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder.
Is she reading slower or is she reading like fast?
Placeholder.
Okay, sorry, she was reading fast. Sorry.
Unknown 2019. An intentionally mysterious meta work. It asks the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What need is it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace this simple graphic and text with a greater work? Or is its submission a statement into itself that the only purpose for this art is to fill negative space? This is part of a set of 9 contributed to the space with the request they would all be placed in the same room.
You know what's crazy? Google Translate has like every single accent under the sun. And I don't know why, but it has every single other accent. Like, let's go Swedish. What's American? Wait. Breton. I guess is Breton the closest to like British? Well, what is Breton? Oh, but Breton doesn't have a voice. Breton doesn't have a voice. No shit. Hawaiian. Hawaiian doesn't have a voice. Wow. Swedish, does it have a voice? Swedish has a voice.
Placeholder, unknown, 2019. Unintentionally mysterious meta work. It asks the viewer to think about the purpose of a placeholder. What need is it actually filling? Did the artist intend to actually replace this simple graphic and text with a greater word?
Don't laugh.
Or is its submission a statement into itself
Don't.
that the only purpose for this art is to fill negative space? This is part of a set of 9 contributed to the space with the request they would all be placed in the summer room.
Okay, this bit is getting risky. I'm gonna stop this bit. Oh no, Scumbags Podcast. Thanks for a generous donation from Scumbags Podcast LC to the host of Scumbags, showing a more artistic side to themselves. What the fuck? Wait, that's the Putin picture. That's the Putin. Isn't that the Putin run the bear picture or something? Oh my god. And I hate this one especially. I just hate his shitty little like tech CEO pose, showing off his like limp dick, you know what I mean? Fucking tech CEOs, man. Fucking tech CEOs. Always great, but try being a computer wizard for a day and see how it feels. When I came up with the idea for AI agents, I knew we would strike gold. Well, I mean, my engineers pitched it to me and it sounded cool, so I greenlit it. Oh, you fucker. But you do have to be a computer wizard and know what the future is. I had Psycho Corp, bro, on episode 420. It was so epic sauce. Epic bacon. I really hated this time period where everything was known as like epic bacon, epic this, epic that, epic mealtime, epic shit. Oh, so awesome sauce, bro. I love bacon, bacon ice cream, bacon french fries. Stick the bacon up your asshole. Stick the bacon up your urethra. Let the salt soak into the skin, the folds of your fucking urinal tract as you scream and cry out in pain. That's what the trees feel when you burn it for AI. That dude is insane. He like was telling me about the AI they're working on that like it just does everything. It's really great for my podcast because the AdSurfing campaigns take up so much of our budget. Switching that to the computer is really going to free up a lot for us. I also love the way that they speak. They speak a bit like me, where there's a lot of empty space. They speak a bit like I do, where you use a lot of filler words to say a lot of nothing. And I've been trying to work on that over time to say as much as I can with as much detail as I can. But I do notice a lot of the time that a lot of what I say tends to lack a sense of confidence, like a flow and like a finality to it by the end of it all. And is instead really the ramblings of a madman, like that one person who commented on my YouTube video said. There was a person who commented on one of the VODs who said, blah blah blah, shut up, this is the ramblings of an idiot. And I was like, okay buddy, it's not that serious, just like go home. What's this? Wait a minute, that's just the screw hole. That's just a plastic thing with the screw hole. Outward and inward. Karl Schmort. A mere image and evolution of the crudeness of the simple nail mounts of childhood from the gauche gloss of the late Y2K era, a reflection of a hypothetical future, to the blank canvas of matte. This is the Ethernet port. I mean, like, optical port. Communication technology, heirloom echoes, theory of the Karl Schmort. A long and storied history of the many ways it would weave itself into our lives and walls in so many different ways. Today, these are merely apps on the cellular phone. Actually, it's a... Fuck you. What the hell is this? FA signal. Heirloom echoes. Community technology. I know these. This is like the PA. It's like the house system. I've always wanted these. Because you can use these also to talk to other rooms. And I always wanted to use this to also like talk to other rooms. To like say like, hey, is the food ready? You know what I mean? Like it seems cool. But nowadays you just call people. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the point that you want to like make. Game, a book, or whatever will never give you the experience of a thing itself, but some kind of simplification, point of view, commentary on the thing. What you're trying to say is that you need to give the player all things needed to engage with the game. Its story, its systems, and mechanics. Let the player craft their own understanding of the content by looking at it through the lens of their own lived experience. If you never worked a day in your life, game won't give you the experience of all the things that you feel giving away most of your life to meet your basic needs. But it should let that person understand people that have to go through it. Like, to understand the sentence, you need to have correct context. The same applies to story, especially in small independent titles. The gameplay part can be lacking. That's what really great ideas, but fail to use the medium of the game to convey them. I get sort of what you mean. Yeah. I just feel like it's putting too much onus on the creator and not enough onus on the consumer. Because I get what you mean by the sense of like, it could give a simplification of it such that somebody, even though they've never experienced it, could understand it. But I feel like some concepts, some people will never understand until they experience it as well. So it's like, I don't think it's a good enough thing to say as if it's like a hard and fast rule for like game devs to think about when they're trying to think about how to like make their game engaging in some way. Now I get more the point that you were saying though, is that like, you know, it could be interesting if they do that, because then you can at least give someone an idea of what it is and sort of like build the spark from that, if that makes sense. But even then, like, more and more, I don't think it's possible to give everyone that. And sometimes quite a few things probably will just not hit the same unless you really know and like have experienced it. Like, it's like if you've grown up with your entire life having only really played Call of Duty, and then you watch Saving Private Ryan, to you it's just a really shitty like game. It's just a really shitty like a war movie that just, whereas like COD has like a cooler campaign. But like if you were in the wars, like Private Ryan is like a genuinely traumatic experience because like that's what you lived through. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like some things just don't, like, there is no way to give any feeling of that. But I do agree with the idea that you're bringing up of like people will take away from it what they will take away from it. But I guess the point that I was getting at was that I don't think there's any way to always communicate perfectly your idea as a creator and what you hope people will take away from it. All you can do is that hope that somebody will take away something from it, but they're gonna take away something from it that might not even be the thing that you wanted them to like take away from it. Because it's like somebody's gonna take away from this game that like AI is like great versus like it's not that good. But I get what you mean now. I still disagree on like some level with the idea of like, I don't think there's any way to simplify something down such that everybody could understand it in the same way that like you could for maybe like a Rosetta Stone type of deal. But I get what you mean by like, it'd be interesting to like try to do so in order to try to get the point across. But I just don't think it's possible. I genuinely don't think it's possible. But I don't have a better metric other than I feel like it's not possible because I can sort of like point to different instances that I've experienced. But then it's also like that's also my experience, so it's more anecdotal. You also check the Steam page for this. It's mainly bugs that affected its rating. Okay, to be fair, the bugs were painful because like you had to wait for like a bit. But I hope that they got to come back to the game to try it because the game is really good at rage baiting me. The game is really good at rage baiting you. Lady exec, I got tricked by art once into feeling something. Now when I come to one of these, I'm always on guard. You won't catch me experiencing any introspection, goddammit. But I do agree with you, the idea of like you do need to have the right context to understand some stories. Yeah. Like it's like, but I just don't know if there's a way to simplify everything down. Like it's like I don't think you can give somebody everything to understand it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to. It's really, really hard to. Like, remember that one horror game that we played? The one about, like, the woman being stalked and murdered and, like, being, you know, like, a whole bunch of other things happening to her? Like, that game, it's like, I'm intimately aware of the things that are going on with it. That's the only way that I sort of, like, feel the pain of it. But, like, I can point to like a number of people in my life that probably would have played that and said, oh, this is just like a shitty horror game where nothing really happens, all the gore happens off screen, and it's not that scary. You know what I mean? Like, I can point to a number of people who even would have said like, well, of course she deserves it because like she didn't put out something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, so it's like, I genuinely don't think that, and like that game was very on the nose about what's happening as being bad. But like, genuinely, I don't think you can ever give anybody the tools to understand something. I think the understanding of it, as you say, is like always going to be warped by their experience, always. But because of that, I don't think it's possible to simplify a concept down to really get them to understand it. I just think some people genuinely will lack some level of experience and understanding and really some humanity to be able to get everything. From the eyes of a child. You know, wow, that's actually a really good piece of art. You think some experience that is lacking can be somewhat filled by doing research? That's true. Research could help, yes. It won't fill in all the gaps, but it could help with the connection better. It's worse if someone is just guessing and doesn't put in time for the research. You know what? It's good that you brought that up, because like, maybe that's the thing that they were getting at then. Maybe that's the point that they were getting at then. Is like maybe the idea of like applying the research and like condensing down that research to be put into the game itself. Because it's like, I can think of now a couple of things that have done that, where it like does the research for you and presents the conclusions to you on like a platter, and then it's like, you know, now you've got something to work with. Okay, now I get the point of what they're saying, and I think that does make sense now. Yeah, but you don't want the player to take away something opposite from the thing, you know? It's not about making the one meaning of our piece. That's impossible. Yeah, but like, I guess like my point is that even with the idea of like, let's say, doing something like that where somebody could even understand it based on some external research, even if they've never experienced it, I still feel like you can't ever guarantee that people are going to take away that people are always going to take away something that's always going to be in the same directionality of the point that you're trying to make. Like, I still feel like there's probably some type of person who's going to completely miss the point and like have it whoosh over their head, even with all the hints in front of them, only to end up not really getting it. And it's mainly because like sometimes I read a lot of like different things that people write about games, whether it's from Steam reviews or just online, and I always sort of think to myself, like, how did they miss the point of this so badly that they went the opposite way and they sort of like glorified something else? You know what I mean? But yeah, but because it's like if it's not about making one meaning of the art piece that's impossible, then in the same way, like I feel like that would also imply that you can't prevent people from missing the point entirely either. Because it's like, to miss the point entirely is also its own meaning, right? Like it's a meaning of ignorance, but it is a meaning that they've derived themselves from their ignorance. And so it's like, I feel like that is also, at least by definition, but also just the way that I've seen it play out is like, I don't think it's always possible. But now I get more about what you mean. So thank you for that. I actually really appreciated that like larger expansion of it. Now I sort of get more of what you mean, and I do agree that like there can be a bad execution and a good execution of an idea. Where like a bad execution of an idea can have the entire thing fail and fall on its face, and like even people who would have gotten the point with a little bit more of a nudge will never get the point because it's done poorly. But even at the extremes of like the most beautifully well communicated thing, I think some people are just gonna miss the point and go a completely different way than anybody could have ever expected. Yeah, but even if two people have the same experience, it would be interpreted differently, so the same experience can still be completely different. That's also true, actually. And I wonder how that actually happens too, because I have noticed that too, where it's like two people can end up in the same place but end up deriving different things, which ultimately ends up causing like a drift and a change in their trajectories in life. And I do sort of wonder if that's even true, that two people can have truly the same experiences, because it's like, maybe in doing that, right? Because I guess that's going to be one of those impossible questions that like answers whether or not we're nature versus nurture, of like, are we really people, or are we just machines following out sort of like biological impulses that are following different patterns of recognition, right? Because it's like, if we did have the same experience but we end up different, does it mean that is individuality, or does it mean that we didn't account for something? There are a lot of things that goes into it. At some point, it gets a life of its own. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. At some point, it gets a life of its own. Yeah. Like, I get what you mean by that point. Yeah. Like that portion of it. Yeah. Also, sorry. So this perspective, I really want to talk about this perspective. I never thought about it, but honestly, I did think about the fact that like walls look very small now. Even for me as a fairly sort of like, I guess like smaller size person, the walls really don't feel as large as they used to be. But this is a great angle where you look up at the floor and you're like, wow, there's a lot of scratch marks. Kakao. As children, we are told not to draw on the wall, but all our lives we are always drawing on the wall with our lives. It's evocative as an art piece, but at the end of the day, it's just drywall. Who even cares about it that much? I'm gonna eat you. What? I didn't mean to look down. Sorry. I like to look down as like a default. Sorry, I didn't mean to look down. Is it a horse? It's like BoJack Horseman or something. I don't know. It looks like a. It looks like a ridiculously busty horse. It's you. You are a ridiculously busty horse. Wait, I gotta draw this. I swear, I'm not a gooner. I just see this. I swear. It's loading. No, he's drawing again. No. Look, I'm gonna show you. No, he's drawing again. Look, okay? You all saw Miss Piggy Shibari. This is not as bad as Miss Piggy Shibari. Miss Piggy Shibari was really fucked up. Miss Piggy Shibari was extremely fucked up. So it's got like eyebrows, kind of like. How do you do like this? So it's got like an eyebrow, just like this. You see the horse, but not the busty part? I'm about to blow your mind. I need to draw the eyes first. You thought it was puffing its chest. I'm about to blow all of your minds and show you just how busty this horse is. So that's those are its seductive eyes, and then this is its like nostril, right? So it's kind of like this, and then it has like smoke clouds. Okay, so it's like puffing out some smoke clouds, cause it's like ooh, you know what I mean, like. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's got like smoke clouds coming out, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then it's got like, I don't know, like lipstick on. I don't know, it's kind of like this. And it's got like, I don't know, like kind of like this, like just like nice little lips like this. You know what I mean? And then it's wearing like a sexy red dress. So this is the red dress. It's got a shoulder strap too, so the sexy red dress is over here. And that's why the horse is busty. Because the horse bust is like busting. Do you see it now? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Am I the only one who sees a very busty horse? And then because it's like booba, I guess it has like a shiny tint at the top, right? To show like booba, like smooth oiled booba. You know what I mean? Streamer, are you good? No, I see it. It's right there. Do you see the busty booba? Do you see it now? You see the horse part, but not the busty part. They probably can't. They can't be in the same place at the same time. It will make a difference. Okay, so see, this is the thing. This is exactly this. Okay, we all have the same experience as humans and horses. Okay, most of us have never seen a horse, and we all know about horses. But all of us are taking something different from this horse. I see a busty horse. What do you see? I see a busty horse. This is that theory being put to life here. You see what you want to see. You thought it was puffing its chest. Like when horses do the high stepping. You see what you want to see. Does nobody else see the busty horse? You know what? It's kind of like a horse looking over its shoulder at you seductively. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a horse looking over its shoulder at you seductively. Like... Is this another Rorschach test? It is another Rorschach test. But I'm telling you, it is a sexy, busty horse with a massive honkers. Massive honkers. And because the horse is a little bit, you know what I mean? It's a little bit fired up. It's got a little bit of a... But I was able to show you the busty horse. Thank you for understanding my busty horse. Thank you. See, I've given you... And I need to like do this. I need to now draw. It's sort of like the way it cuts in, kind of like this. See that? You see what I mean? Like it's like the bottom portion of the shirt, so it kind of cuts into the thing, to the horse. By the use of art, I've shown you many things. See it? You see it? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? It's there. Don't save this. Don't save that. Now it looks like a ball. We're moving on. We're moving on. What's this? Mountain of holes. Think about it. That's real art. Real art is in the communication of an idea, right? Real art is in the preservation of something. It's like embalming of an idea to try to make it alive again, to breathe a different life into it, such that you can see it through the lens of your life. It's as if I see a whole different wavelength, and I'm trying to encode what I see into your wavelength, so you can understand me, but I don't get it. But you see, streamer, your execution is lacking, and not everyone sees it. I'm gonna take an art class until I'm good enough to draw art to communicate to you all these fucked up ideas in my head. Do you know what I see when do you know what I see when I look at this? I see a cat. What could have hung here? Shelves, a television, dreams, without even a hint of drywall mounts? We may never know. What hung here was a cat. He says something sexist, racist, transphobic that is not fit to print. He looks to you as though you agree with him. You do not. I also hate that too, actually. I've actually met a number of people who will say something crazy, like that stuff. Like they'll say something god-awful about someone, and then they'll just look at you and they'll expect you to agree with them. It's the expectation as if what they said was a normal, totally fine thing that people should say about people. And I'm always like, why the fuck would you say that? Step away from me or I'll punch you in 5 seconds, right? It's just weird. This is a popcorn ceiling. If you have a popcorn ceiling, the home builder hated you and wanted you to suffer. You ever shave a popcorn ceiling? I did. It's not fun. Kyle Schmort 2015 stalactites. Remember to unflip this one in Photoshop, Kyle. Ah! Kyle! Wait, isn't the Kyle thing a joke about the IO software? The IO software where it's they had these assets and it was fix this Kyle or something, or don't forget this one Kyle. My childhood home had that ceiling. See, this is post shaving. This is post shaved. Your childhood hated you. Wall of implication. A boundary in absentia. Knockdown. Popcorn. Nothing more than the contrast of texture subconsciously defines a space. Yo. Flat ceilings still feel off to you. They do feel clinical, but I think I would prefer flat ceiling over whatever the ceilings was with the amount of popcorn on it. The popcorn to me feels like the worst thing that you could do, because it's the amount of mess that's there. I just don't want to have to deal with all that mess, right? Whereas the flat ceiling at least gives you the emptiness and the canvas space to feel free to live your life in a way that doesn't feel like the space is being taken up. You know what I mean? It's with a popcorn ceiling, I can see nothing. There's no opportunity. But with a flat canvas, my mind runs wild, as if I have a projector, as if I care to use that space. Use 45 terabyte free space left, 13 games available. Lorem ipsum dolor consectator. Title: Playtime. Pluto Corp. Unknown date. Screenshot of the Pluto Psychosphere save data UI before it is propagated. You see an instance of Lorem Ipsum used, which is a common placeholder as well as a binding spell for various entities. That's the sphere. This is the sphere. When you started to be more confident with yourself and what you think, you started to argue with those people. It's a quiet taste, but can be fun. And to think that maybe you're starting some changes, and I'm probably not. Yeah, I gave up because I realized people won't ever change. Hello, Athel and Red. Oh wait, can I show you the horse? I deleted the horse. Does anybody have a clip of the horse? Please, somebody please clip the horse. I can clip myself, right? You're just in time. I can clip myself. Welcome, Athel and Red. Thank you for the raid. You're about to see a wonderful horse. Please look away. This is not safe for work. How are you? How was your day? I saw that you were playing some Peak. I hope that you had a fun time. Drywall Eating Simulator. Yes, the best game in the world. Sorry, just give me a moment. I need to clip the horse. So how do you do this? Back to channel. How do you clip the horse? Clip? How do you create a clip? I've never made a clip before. I've never intentionally made a clip. Oh my god, it goes all the way back. No? Where's the horse? It's not here. Damn it. We're too late for the horse. You thought you were free from the horse. Well, no. Well, it's because they haven't seen it. Discard clip. Is there a way to go to my videos? Is it like a current VOD? Oh, there is. Yo. Today is Friday. Here we go. When you look... he's drawing again. When you look at this horse, what do you see? That's wrong. People are constantly changing. Yeah, but like they're changing for the worse. Okay, look. When you see this horse, what do you see? Egyptian music. Dun, dun, dun. I see a busty horse. Please tell me that you also see a busty horse. Do you see the busty horse? Look, I even drew the shadow so you can see the busty horse. Am I the only one who sees the busty horse? Please tell me that you see the busty horse. I'm the only one who sees the busty horse looking seductively at you from the side. It could also be a shoulder thing, though. Like, it could be like a shoulder. It's like the horse is like, you know, showing off more of the shoulder on like one side, looking over its like shoulder to like go like, woo! You know what I mean? To try to like seize you. Anyways, welcome to today's stream. You didn't miss out on much. And I hope that you had a great day. And I hope that you have been well. How was the game? How was your day? And what did you get up to? And hopefully you have a good day for the rest of the day. Because I imagine it's late where you are right now. Screenshot for the main menu of the Pluto Psychosphere console. It's unknown when development this took place. We know you see something classic iconography taking place. So we're a part of the Pluto Psychosphere. We're a part of the Pluto. Check terminal response true. Pluto Corp use a TS89 command line. Type command here. Horse race tests. Horse race tests. What is this? Jovial merriment. Rob won most of them. What is this? Why did you link a horse game? Also, please don't mind these tabs. We were checking out FAO and then also like vending machines. What's this? Chat, why am I playing a game while we're playing a game? My ears hurt so much. Have a great day. How'd you place a bet? Why did you link me this? What is this? Why is it going backwards? Why are you going backwards? Please. One of you has to make it, please. You're not familiar with that? I'll look for some explanation. The horse race test. Horse race test, oftentimes abbreviated as HRT, is a simulated racing game created by Snakes Andrews on Twitter X. The game features sprite-based horses that autonomously navigate randomized maps in an attempt to find a bundle of carrots. The game is known for its chaotic, uncertain gameplay, in which each horse's movement are controlled entirely by in-game logic and procedural generation rather than player input. The game was made entirely using Click Team. Blue Team won. Horses. People are crafting some wild shit based on this. This is interesting. I've never seen this, and I want to check out more of it. The game was made entirely with using Click Team Fusion 2.5. I really love Click Team, in spite of the fact that it's not that good anymore, but I still really love what's possible with Click Team. It's one of the first things that I played with. Despite its simple mechanics, horse race tests have developed a cult following online, with fans treating each race like a competitive sporting event. Jovial merriment, winning a race by collecting the carrots. A typical horse race test begins with a number of horses being placed, and it has a Wikipedia page to continue on to the horses. Okay, sorry. So there's actually like there really is an entire thing here. There's names for the horses. Oh my god. So people keep doing this, and there's, what the fuck happened to this horse? Oob. Tests. List of horse race tests. Tests are usually, wait, does it happen every single day? Wait! I do know this. I do know this person. I've seen the accounts, but I don't think I've ever been there to see it live. Probably Rule 34 has an extensive library. I refuse to look at the Rule 34. They win names in races. Oh, that's sick. Who's the illustrator, PETA? White horse may have won the carrots, but she lost so much more. Justice for Cyan. Stop horse racing. Horse race test by PETA. You raced her to death. Horse race test does not race real horses. They cannot be raced to death. Source this very Twitter account. wait a minute. Wait. But this person is right. This is just Uma Musume, but with like less steps. This is Uma Musume, but with less steps. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wow. We have to, okay, you know what? Maybe instead of doing that, we just make our own horse racing thing. We do our own horse race test, chat. Wait, that'd be a great feature, actually. Like a chat-based horse race test. So it's like, with the audio visualizer, it's going to be, with the thing that we're going to program later, it's going to be like a scene that I can throw on while I'm doing stuff too on stream. And we could do a horse race test as part of it. We just take the same concept, but we just hook it up to like Twitch, so you all get, so every chatter that like joins, and then you earn points based on how many races that you win. And then it's like when you, and then you know it'll be like a leaderboard of like the top racists. So it's like if you win the most races, then you're the top racist. Screenshot of the Pluto Psychosphere terminal command line. This is a feature commonly used by game developers to access backend systems and daemons. Video games, a special exhibit donated by various developers in the game industry. This gallery showcases some of the more popular content used, as well as some behind-the-scenes look at the top video games consoles of the last decade. The Pluto Psychosphere. Whoa. This looks cool. Buildings left, 56. Mecha Muchler. Top racist? Yeah. Like, you know, it's just like how this person described it. What's that clip again? What's that? What's that? Here we go. This one. I always love to reference this clip because I find it so funny, because it's like, it really is one of those words that like doesn't make any sense if you think about the construction of English. It's like one of the few that changes construction for no reason.
Am I a socialist or leftist? This is a Trackmania stream. I'm a racist. A racer, not a racist. It's not my first language. A racer. Sorry. It's a bit of fun.
It's literally one of the only words that like does this, okay? If you study psychology, you're a psychologist. If you're a cook, if you study psychologist, you're a psychologist. But if you race, you're a racer, not a racist? It literally doesn't make any sense.
Racer, not a racist. This is a Trackmania stream. I'm a racist.
Just end it there. He's a good racist. He's a really good racist. I swear, he's really good. He's usually top 10 racist of all time. It's one of the few English words that like does that strange switch, okay? Like a mechanist. Wait, a mechanic. Scientist. Pluto is first set out for the Pluto Psychosphere, a game in which you part the mech leveling a derelicts in the alien world. The game never did that well critically or financially for Pluto Corp, but helped solidify the foundation type that they implemented across all the games and machines. Hello. My parents died. I said died. My parents didn't really care for the arts like I do. Though I think the art around here is boring, except for the video games exhibit. Yeah, I'm kind of a gamer. I know all the games and movies. I would gamer challenge you, but I don't want you to ruin your crybaby makeup. Big crybaby makeup before your big moment with your big art. I'm gonna eat some drywall. Volume warning. There's more exhibits. Volume warning. I'm mad. Okay, chat, think about this, okay? If we do the horse racing thing, should the levels be simple or should it be more complex? Should there be power-ups or should there be nothing? Reflection, Anonymous 2005. A simple mirror reflecting the small area within view. A small piece designed to humble the viewer and to consider their role in the world. I have no role. I'm literally not even here. We are all looking forward to what you have created for us tonight. You really do leave things to the 11th hour, however. Such are the roles of artist and curator. Because the thing is, right? If we do like an interesting horse racing thing, like the horse racing thing, then it would sort of ruin the point. Like the whole point of that thing is it's meant to be simple. Because I remember seeing that original Twitter account. Like it's meant to be simple and then stupid and then very silly. Like it's meant to not be that serious. And you just name things and then they like earn names based on the way they win. You know what I mean? Like it's that's what it should be. But at the same time, it's like, is that really all that it needs to be? You know what I mean? Isn't that just copying some better idea? And if so, why even bother programming it ourselves when we could just link to a YouTube video or something and have you watch it? It's just like, it's like somebody churned sideways but like off camera. Bing Bong, a self-put of Earth's favorite mascot. What the fuck? Was this made before or after Peak? I feel like Peak was just released yesterday. What? Wait, this is weird. this is huh. I don't know how to explain the feeling, but it feels like it's from a different timeline. Timer live. Time limit stops here. Kaka. Is that chicken? The Warring God sketch. Olivia Z. Date unknown. Strange how true opposites must share so much to be recognizable as a pair and not noise independent of the other. Connected but opposed. It's strange how true opposites must share so much to be recognizable as a pair. Something versus something must share so much to be recognized as opposites instead of a pair. Must share so much to be recognizable as a pair. Colin is this real art that people pizza? Holy shit! I'm not kidding you. This is the most topical thing that we've seen all day long. It's the same vending machines. It's the exact same vending machines with the exact same funny comments for like $3,000 that we've been seeing on Alibaba with some of the funniest promo videos that I've ever seen. Where what you can do is you can play it and then pause it at random periods.
Years of experience in exporting. Our products sell Guangdong. Signed drawing of vending machines. We are low. Thoughtful customer service. Our requirements and ensure teen certification and obtained CQC certificate.
Sorry, I really like doing this bit where it's like you just cut the music off and it gets really good.
North America, Eastern Europe, and Southeast Asia.
I just really love doing this bit and I don't know why.
Talk to our merchant to satisfy every client. Looking forward.
Sorry. I'll stop. You don't think doing horses again is worth it? It's interesting because the community around it, not the thing itself. Well, that's the thing, right? It would be like a community thing. So it's like, if it's not interesting to the community, then like, yeah, it wouldn't be worth it to like do. But if it's interesting to the community, like I do want to do something similar to the idea of it, but I want to do something similar, the idea of like that community style game. I just don't know what is our community style game. Because so far, the best that we have is Pictionary, where we look at like a picture of a horse that's like where we look at a piece of like flaking drywall, and I think of a horse with big titties, and you just see like a horse. The elevated music to mountain voice is like, thank you for understanding the comedy. Thank you. That's the thank you. Somebody who gets me around here. Somebody who understands my art. You hear me? Somebody. Testing. Hello. Testing. Hello. Testing. FX. Ow. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Echo. What? There's no echo? What? Wait, there's no echo plugin. What do you mean? I don't have an echo plugin? Somebody who understands my art. Somebody who gets me. Finally. Sorry, the song is stuck in my head from that video. It is a pretty fun song. Please tell me that the plugin is off. I turned off the monitoring because I can't stand myself. I fully understand how to play this game. I fully understood how to play this game in my dream. The inside of the machine would cycle through different appliances as each one was completed, signaling some sort of advancement. I twisted knobs and pressed buttons on the oven, aware of some inscrutable rules required for victory. The oven acquiesced and exclaimed pizza in my honor. WarriorWare could never. Though, okay, I have been thinking of a game. I've been thinking of doing a chatter-based Sims, where everybody has their own sim on a full server-wide server. So everybody gets a plot of land in this fake shitty Sims. And you just see your Sims live their life, and you have like some control over them manually. But really, it's about just seeing what your sim gets up to in like the wacky way that like Sims do. But like that's way harder than horse game, and I feel like as a concept, horse game is way better. Whereas the Sims game is almost like too high effort that starts being funny, and it's almost too, but will still not be as fun. It's like an MMO, exactly, kind of like an MMO Tamagotchi. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's like. It has to be in a way. It's like it has to be serious, but not too serious. You know what I mean? Like it has to be the right amount of serious to be fun. But I just don't know how to like approach the concept. Sorry, Mask of Dreams. Olivia said, "Who do we become in our dreams? Twisted, churned emotions given form, or nothing at all?" That's a cat. That looks like a filled condom. What is that? Ew. Guess we're doing something different, huh? Wait, how come games don't do this? How come games don't do dialogue as if like real, as if it's like a real world element? Like, there should be, holy shit. Oh my god. Christianity-based game where you are God's greatest warrior and you communicate to God with words in the sky. But the hook is that you're not the only one who can see the words. Like, literally, everybody sees the words, but he only talks to you. So when the words appear in the sky and fall down, it, like, actually hurts people, but it also freaks people the fuck out, because they're like, holy shit, why are there words in the sky? There's, like, aliens now, you know what I mean? That's a good game. Millard Scott, something different. The words came to me in the dream as I walked through a forest. Guess where... Why is it capitalized W? Guess we're doing something different, huh? I didn't understand what the meaning could be, and then I think a deer walked up to me and shot me with a gun, and I... What? The hunter becomes the hunted. This is a Unity... This is the Unity preview screen. Bloatware. Tim's Blotsware. Tim Blotsware. Sorry. Crystal Cry. I was flying over a forest that looked like it was made out of crystal. There's some creature in the middle going completely bonkers, shooting laser beams from his eyes. This was the best I could do to represent what I saw, but I don't really like thinking about it. Traumatizing. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. What? I am Jesus Christ on the Steam store. What is this? Yeah, something like this, but like the words have to appear in the sky too. It's a font test. Wait, you're right. It is a font test. Wait. Space words. I was flying through space in what looked like some kind of simulation. I was riding in some kind of third-person perspective behind a spacecraft. They approached a set of characters and then I woke up. I don't really get it. This reminds me of like, wait, you know that one chatter? Yeah, because it contains every letter of the alphabet and all the all the numerics, right? We have a chatter who's been making their own font since last year, and I think they're still doing it, but I think they've given up on it in some way emotionally. But they're still doing it because they have to, because they feel like they have to complete it, right? And so I wonder if they have nightmares like this too. Like, do they have nightmares of all the letters of their font showing up? Mint, are you there? Do you have nightmares similar to this? I think it's not the one that you were thinking about. Oh, there's a different one? Cube guys. S'mored biscuit. In my dream, I was in a flat plane with 3 different creatures made out of floating cubes. They had no features that I could see, and we mostly just stared at each other. It's one of the few moments I felt the most connected to any living creature. We were all just guys, standing around trying to find a way to communicate with each other. What the hell are they doing? but thought that there are more Jesus. But the thought that there are more Jesus simulators is wild. It is. I mean, it's a bit like Christian rock, right? Like, there's a lot that people can take away from it to make their own stuff, and then you end up like with like a whole smattering, a whole smorgasbord of like things that you can try out that all have this like same theme. Actually, I've thought about this. There's probably a lot more games that are secretly Christian coded than we realize, because the concepts of like the stories of the Bible, and like just in general, the like stories that like humanity has always had, like always replays itself in some way, in some story. Like if you have a pantheon of like gods, then you are making a story based on like the like Greek pantheon of gods, let's say, right? Like something like that concept, but I don't know the name of it, nor can I say it smartly because my brain's stupidly right now. But you know what I mean? They're super sloppily, yes. Dreams, one of humanity's most common sources of inspirations from our dreams, is one of the great commonalities between most living beings. There's not much known about the science behind why we see the images as we sleep. It could be our brains processing the day's events, or even the messages being transmitted from other realities. The pieces in this exhibit are works of art. In this exhibit are works of art curated from selection of artists who created from the dreams that they experienced. We finally come full circle. Oh my god, we finally come full circle. We have to go outside now. I think the whole point of this was we go outside to host our art exhibit. And I don't know what to think of next. There's an art gallery game that I've been holding on to that I want to do at some point, because I do think it's kind of fun to walk around to check stuff out and to just like see how we all interpret things, because it is kind of fun to like look at things and try to figure out what it is and what was it trying to convey and why do we feel this way. This is YouTube music. This is YouTube stock music. I swear I know this song. Wait, this is a Kevin MacLeod classic. And actually, I've actually been thinking about the idea of like an art gallery game, because like, again, that idea that I had of like a buru that's connected to something on the stream that I could pull from, that then pulls a random image from it. Like just the idea of having that and having all of you like talk about it like would be interesting. As like a, not even just as a BRB screen, but just as like a background thing at all times. I'm so cold, man. I don't know how I ended up in here. I can't find my way out. Do I need to repent my sins? They pay me to say all the crap, man. I don't think I have any actual opinions anymore. It's all just money. Oh god, they're never gonna hear from me again. I'm gonna die here. I need to schmooze with the people on my list. There's 5 podcasts, bros. 5. There's 5 of every single person that I hate. Oh my god. Ooh. Free drywall? Wow. They just leave it here for free? That's kind of crazy. It's like a cheese... Bing bong? Bing bong. I'm hanging out from the paparazzi. I didn't know who was going to show up to this. Oh god. I can't end up in the tabloids again. I'm just a struggling artist. Do you think if I pretend I'm a statue, they'll think it's an art piece? Go away. I can't be seen talking to anyone. Is there... Bing bong rule 34. Don't touch that. Walking in here was a mistake. I can't find anyone in the AI start talking to me. I don't know where to go, what to do. I haven't had to actually fend for myself before. Is this what feeling poor feels like? I'm gonna eat you. I swear to God, I'm gonna chew you down just like a piece of drywall and vomit you out. Why? It's because, okay, my thought process was, are the people who made this related to the people who made Peak? Not related as in like blood related, but like related as in like, you know, like game dev related, in the way that like I'm related to like somebody else in the industry. And then I realized, like, wait a minute. Like, what if it's just fan art? And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, surely there's more fan art of like Bing Bong. And then I thought about, wait a minute, all the rule 34 is, if there's point of it, there will be point of it. And so I was like, okay, let's just search a Bing Bong rule 34. Because if that's answered, every other question is answered as like a yes. If there's rule 34 of Bing Bong, it implies that yes, the people who made this game are related to the people who made Peak. It's like an incestuous thing. What is this? Jimbo. Hey, it's Velatro. You gotta be careful, friend. There's some real freaks at this show. That podcast that tried to invite me on a while back, but only if I were doing an ad read for a poker tournament crypto app or something. The only gambling you need in your life is Velatro. https://w. Is that a real website? Playbalatro.com. Oh my god, that's the official website. Do you think they get paid for this? Sorry, that was super unprofessional. I mean, force a habit. Good luck out there, kid. Don't talk to any weird-looking guys. Jimbo, was that paid? Sponsored by Velatro. Velatro Jimbo, Rule 34. It answers every question that I've ever had. It genuinely answers every question that you've ever had. If you need to know an answer to something, just know if there's a Rule 34 of it. It actually is a foolproof way of finding any answer to any question that you have. He's added again, but I've never been wrong so far. I've never been wrong so far. So far, it's given me every answer that I wanted. I'm so lost. I'm freaking out. I've actually wondered, like, could you get so lost in it that you end up dying, right? Like, what's to stop you from, like, dying in here? Except the fact that, like, you can walk through the hedges. But if somebody makes, like, a real dense, like, hedge forest, you would be stuck in there, right? Because there's no way you can break through a bunch of sticks. I don't know why I'm eating this. Hey, it's you! Hello. It's almost done. Just finish up here and I'll meet you at the front. Okay, bye. What it is trying to convey is also tricky. There were moves in art that were saying art should be made for art's sake, not to moralize, not to persuade, not to say something. That art piece shouldn't be means to an end, but in itself. Yes, I did hear about that too. And I also would like to see that too, because I don't know how to say this, but like everything that an artist makes is visually pleasing to look at, even the worst types of art, because it's like, I just want to, like, it's just, there's something about it that like draws my eyes to it, right? So it's like, I would love to just see it. You know what I mean? Like, even if no one says anything, I think it'd be fun to just see. The problem is I don't have a fan base. I'm not famous enough to be able to capitalize on enough fan art to make something interesting with this. I actually have a lot of streaming ideas that require me to be famous. It's my biggest blocker in having fun with streaming is that most of my ideas require some level of fame. Like, what was that? There was one other idea that I was thinking of that required a lot of people to make happen. Oh, job interviews. I was gonna do a job interview thing where it was in VR chat, and you would come in and we would do like real fake job interviews, where you would give me like a real-ish resume, anonymized, and I tried to interview you for your role with my very limited knowledge. But the problem is that there's only like 2 of you, so it's like I can't really do that. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's not even comedic anymore. It's just sad, which is comedy in its own way, but it's like a comedy that I don't want to interface with because it makes me feel bad. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of ideas that I want to do that I can't do at the moment. But I'm thinking about it. There's many ideas for when I'm finally famous. Put out a job listing for the event. Wait, you're onto something. I would be so pissed off. I would be so annoyed if I got a job listing and it was like that, and I go show up at the job listing and it's just some influencer trying to make it happen. You'll be able to get enough people for sure. You know what? I mean, the thing is, right, is that it can't be a mean-spirited thing. Like I've thought about that for VR dating. So just let me explain. I've thought about that concept for VR dating. So there's a VR chat dating website that I was like, oh, like it'd be fun to go on there to like talk to people, right? But then I realized something. I was like, wait a minute. If I go on the VR chat dating website to talk to people, to like get to know them, like I don't want to date them. I'm already married. Like I have my life set up. What if they fall in love with me? Then it's fucked up, because then if I say sorry, but no, I'm actually married, they would break down crying. And then it's like they would never come back again. And it's like, I don't want to do that to someone. I just want to laugh at them. But also, I don't want to laugh at them. I want to learn about them, but not laugh at them. So it's like, how do you do it in a way that like doesn't hurt them, while also being able to like, you know, do that without it being weird, you know what I mean? Without having people fall in love with you. I'm not saying that they will fall in love with me either. I'm not saying that they will fall in love with me. I'm just saying if they do, I'd be in a sticky situation. So same concept of like the VRChat dating thing. I couldn't just go on there to check it out. Because that's the thing. I just wanted to go on there to like talk to them and then get them to like talk to me about their like life and their stories and like how it's been. Because like I don't know how to explain this. There's like ways that you can like enjoy the stories without it being mean. Because sometimes people just have weird experiences and they just want to like talk about it, right? It's not something that's best with a fellow streamer. I mean, it could be, but then we're just dating each other. And at that point, it's like, well, I mean, then it gets awkward. It's like dating inside the office. Maybe I'll do the job listing one. But yeah, so same concern with that, but with the job listing one. I don't think something is funny if it means that somebody gets hurt. I want to do it just for laugh style, like the show from Montreal, like that show where it's like where it's like a kind of comedy, but nobody gets hurt by it. That's what they want. So if someone shows up for a job interview and they have no food on the table, this is their last shot, and they prepared for this and they turned down one interview for this, and that interview could have gotten them a job, but now they're homeless, like I would feel devastated. So it's like, while it'd be funny to do that, it'd be funny in like a messed up way, in like a Truman Show way, not in like a haha so quirky kind of way. Comedy is best, yes, when it's lighthearted, thank you. When it's lighthearted, thank you. Yeah, like comedy, yeah, like it just can't be bad. It has to be nice and lighthearted. Yeah. Also, please do let me know if you put that one thing that you find that your friend sent, because I'm curious about that movement. Okay, I've now gone in a full circle. Also, hello chat, how are you? To restream, I've only been streaming, this is my second day streaming, since I went on break for like 3 weeks. How are you on a 3-stream watch streak? Have I talked to you yet? That art, it's unsettling. I do not enjoy viewing images. The work you have done is an abomination. I do not understand why we paid you for this. Yes, it appears I've entered a different realm. We're all looking forward to what have you. This is the 11th hour. Okay, so where have I missed? I don't. This feels like a. What's that term? A non-Euclidean space. Maybe I'm sleep streaming sometimes. That would be my worst nightmare. Can you imagine? I've actually had dreams before. Ah, man, this is one dream that I remember the feeling of, but I don't remember the exact circumstance, but I remember the feeling. And it was a feeling of pure anxiety and like dread, where I was somehow streaming when I didn't want to be, and I was like, oh god, why am I here? And I don't know why I felt that way, but I definitely felt that way, and I was like, this is the worst feeling ever, and I don't know why I'm doing this. Liminal, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. This feels liminal. Yeah. Eat the drywall. Calm down. Eat the drywall. Calm down. Stop stressing out. Eat it. Good job. Okay. Everybody's left. So, some characters have moved. I got tricked into feeling something once. Yeah, you got tricked into feeling something once. So, Mr. Senator and the director. That's the exec. Are you the director? Art critic. This person over here is new, I think. I feel like some of the characters are moving, but I can't quite tell. This is new art. It was once like you, finding disgust in the peons who fund this entire enterprise. I still find great disgust in holding conversation with them, but there's a skill in navigating their boorish minds. An art form, if you will. You'll need to put up with them for a night or two, maybe a visit to the studio. We all find different ways to cope, of course, some more interesting than others. Oh my god. Wait. The art of socializing. Okay, but now I just sound like a pickup artist. And I don't want to be known as that. He just stares at you. He then says a racial epithet that's been used in 45 years, then burps. You want to die. Yes. This is the feeling. Hit the wall! I'm angry! Ugh! Eat the drywall! Is there more drywall? They don't make drywall like they used to. See, back in the day, you could like break the drywall and get at least a couple of bites out of it. Now all you get is like maybe like a handful of drywall pieces. It's not really that much drywall. Oh my god, we're back at the YouTuber side of things. We're back at the YouTuber music. Where am I supposed to go? Where's the director? I need 3 directors and 2 senators. God, I feel like a politician. Senators, Senators, are you here? I feel like a CEO looking for my next lobbying. Senators? I don't know where I'm going. It's almost done. Just finish up here and meet me at the front. Okay, I'll go, kid. Where are the senators? Imagine like sleep streaming. I would be freaked out actually if someone came on and they were sleep streaming. Because it's like what? They wouldn't even make any sense. It would be senseless and terrifying in the way that they would view and then talk about things. Like nothing would work in the way that you expect things to work. I think this maze isn't random or infinite. I don't think it teleports me. I think it literally is just a maze from one end to the other. Where is the director? How many directors are there? There should be 2 more directors. I just don't know where. Wait a minute, directors? Could they be in the company? Maybe TechCorp CEO is back at the company. Maybe I need to go back to the company to go talk to them. Because the game is interesting in that you actually do go between levels. You're not just calm, you're zen. Data will be saved, thank you. Surely the director is here. In my company, PsychoCorp. Tech CEOs? No, it doesn't seem like it. So, where am I supposed to go? They're not at Home Depot. They're not in the apartment. They're not at Home Depot. They're not in the office. But I can't find them inside the art gallery. Where does a director go? That'd be a funny question, actually. That's a funny question to ask because it's like... What the fuck is that? What is going on? What is going on? I'm hearing voices. It's freaking me out. Director? I hardly know her. Yeah, it's like a funny question because like I've known a lot of people. The food disagrees with me. I have to leave myself. Please leave, because I've known a fair amount of directors in their real life, and I've known a lot of people who like look at their directors with much disdain because they seem to be doing nothing. Okay, now my kid is, okay, we are freaking out. Who is the director? Is it the old lady? It has to be, right? You talk to me. I got tricked once into feeling arts. So I have 2. Okay, she's the director. You can't just talk to her 5 times. Oh man, I had to socialize with more than one person. Ah, gosh darn it. I'm freaking out. There's a lot of voices in my head. Are you the director? You're the curator. Wait. The gaming exhibit. I don't care if that's trite. I do enjoy it as an art form. I just mean, of course, the curation here is atrocious. Most of it was beyond my control. The boy that someone from the industry came in to choose what was shown. For months of this until I get to claw back the space. Okay, cool. Okay, so you're the director. That's the director. Now I know her. I tried. So you need to go around. This really is like a real art gallery where you need to keep going around to find a place. Oh, but that's how they end up inside the maze, probably. So like once you're done, they go to the maze. So he goes to the maze to shit himself. So the senator goes to the maze to shit themselves. And then the director goes to the maze to calm down. While the voices in my head play constantly. I'm freaking out. Give me Kevin MacLeod. Thank you. Life is good. In this, I've actually been I've been looking for more assets to make things with, because like it's helpful to get assets to get a sense of what something should feel like. A lot of this stock music really is themed around very specific generic feelings, which is not necessarily bad. That's like the whole point of stock music, but like the feelings feel almost empty the way that they're presented. I don't really know how to explain it, but it doesn't really feel like real. And I know it's not really real feelings, but like it feels less real than fake feeling music. It's like I get more feeling from ambient music than I do from whatever these songs sound like. Not to say that this is a bad song, but just to say that like it's definitely missing something. Like you should feel happy, but it doesn't feel happy. It's thank you, uncanny. That's a great way of saying it. Yeah, it's uncanny. Yeah, he's standing there, but he might actually be dead. There's no reaction to any stimuli around him. Oh no, he's probably dead. There we go. I solved it. So there's a director somewhere in here. So the art critic doesn't matter, nor does the exec lady. But maybe they matter later. It's so ordinary, it makes you aware and uneasy about. Yes. It's so ordinary. It's as if like a soundtrack to your life was a real thing. Cause it's like everybody thinks their soundtrack would be orchestrated by Hans Zimmer. But like I'm a realist and I recognize that my soundtrack would be made by Kevin MacLeod. Not that he's a bad artist, I'm just saying that like my soundtrack would have a certain feeling to it where it's just sort of like this is it. This is your life, this is all it really is. Wait. That'd be an interesting concept, right? People who one day start to hear their soundtracks and they get a sense of like what their life is going to be like with their soundtrack. Everybody has like a very nice happy soundtrack, but one person has a horror movie soundtrack where it sounds genuinely unsettling, very tense, very very abrupt, very very thing, and it changes the way that they are. It changes who they are as a person. That'd be a good concept. Then you'd have an excuse to get more than one composer for your movie too. If you're looking to waste some money, Jimbo. Drywall Rule 34. Drywall Home Depot Rule 34. Drywall, like literal drywall Rule 34. Okay, there's a furry character called Drywall, and she's dominating the screwdriver Rule 34. There's screwdriver Rule 34, but there's no drywall Rule 34 because there's a character named Drywall who's like a furry character. She's dominating the results. There's absolutely R34 with wall, surely. Is using a glory hole a threesome with the wall? That's good. That's really good. Wait a minute, but you're also onto something, right? Because it's like, yeah, it's technically porn of the wall. You put the screenshot to the Discord. Oh, sorry. For a second, I was like, you found drywall, like, Rule 34. But no, you mean the art concept. Okay, thank you. You hope to find some translation for the text, but it is from some Polish art publication from the interwar period. No worries. We'll figure out how to read it ourselves at some point. But it was funny that for a moment I thought you meant that you found like a screenshot of real Rule 34 drywall, and I was like, holy shit. But you're right. Is that like, yeah, a glory hole is just Rule 34 drywall. Any hole in a wall, like an electrician makes porn of drywall by poking the holes for the wires. You can probably Google Translate that, but you don't know if it will manage because language is a bit archaic in some places. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, because like it works for a lot of like languages, but I definitely noticed some languages where it seems to fail. Yeah, I'm curious if it'll translate well. That's a good thing to call out. Is that Bing Bong? That was Bing Bong. I don't know why he's here. I half suspect that they're paid, but at the same time, given the existence of Bing Bong Rule 34, they must be related to the creators of Bing Bong. There's also Jimbo from Balatro. Where's the director? Director, please, just look at the camera, please. Director, please, we need to do this interview right now. The art gallery's about to close. Any hole is their hole if you are brave enough. Have you ever seen that like meme image from like Tumblr where it's like anything is a dildo if you're brave enough, and then she's like holding up like a small cactus, and she's like side-eyeing it. That's a good one. That's a really good meme. Where's the director? I'm freaking out. Where could they possibly be? I've gone over this gallery like a million times. The thing about this game that I think does hurt it a little bit is that the flow of some of the more open levels can be a little winding and a little difficult to like get a sense of where you're supposed to go. Especially when the objectives are so specific. Like, I think the office level was the best iteration of something like this, where it's open, but you know where to go because every single room has a unique flavor to it. Whereas this one, the characters seem to move around randomly. Like, see, now he's by the door. Where they seem to move around randomly, you don't really know. It definitely evokes a feeling of frustration in you, but if you've already seen the art, it's too late. Maybe it would help if you were faster. You're onto something. Wait, if you were Sonic in this game, it would actually go a lot faster. We could mod that. Where did he go? Where did he go? It might be bugged. You saw some comments about that on the Steam page, and you think they mentioned the art gallery. So it was bugged. So, but they updated the game afterwards. So now it's free of bugs. This is the non-bugged version. They updated it back in December before the holiday. We just missed it. Ah, you. Okay, listen. I may have hijacked some of the level design and replaced the final art with a portal door. If I did this correctly, this should take us to the level above the max level of the sim, meaning that it should take us out of it. I'm making a lot of assumptions about, like, we have bodies or something, but listen, you have no idea how many times the sim has been run. The people here are insane, both running the sim and inside it. Everyone is, like, innate and deranged. I'm sick of it! I need to get out. I can't hit the trigger because I'm just an NPC now, but you should be able to. Just open the door and we both should be free. But bye. This is the max level, above the max level. Hey, what's up? Crap on a stick! It didn't work? I programmed that portal to take us to the highest wall it could go. Why didn't it work? Can we really not get any higher than this? Can we get much higher? Sorry, this song's been stuck in my head ever since I was a child. It's been... Ever since I first heard it, I don't know when in my life, it's been stuck in my head for the rest of my life. Just that moment in the song when he goes, can we get much higher? And it's like, I don't want to listen to it anymore, but every time I hear that phrase, anytime I hear the phrase, can we go any higher, I think, can we get much higher? Crap! What the crap is going on? It was her. She did something. It was her. So high. Oh my god, it was you? What the hell did you do this time? Never mind. I don't want to hear it. I don't know if the data we have is salvageable from this. I think we need to kill this iteration and start over. Wait, what? There's a reboot on my mark. Yeah, it's that switch over there. Do I get to make my case I wasn't involved in this? You're gonna be fine. It's just gonna go black for a second and then you'll be back. I'm gonna remember this. Hang on. Reboot now. Drywall eating simulator. I can't believe we actually finished it. I really enjoyed this experience because this experience, genuinely, I actually think that this was an interesting experience and I really enjoyed the like weird writing throughout the entire game. And the art was genuinely interesting too. And then the various levels and the way that they made you feel, the way that they could really condense down the pain and frustration of the shit that you hear out in the wild into this game was really, really good. Extremely good. But Lotro assets like this, used with permission. See? Bing bong likeness, used with permission. The Rule 34 to game devs being friends pipeline is real. It's my best metric for determining if game developers know each other is if there's Rule 34 of one, then surely they know of each other. But I do really enjoy this game. It's a very fun game. I just like the idea of like going through this world and like them somehow they really condense down a lot of the pain points and frustrations of life in a very sort of like weird, fake real story that touches on a lot of the things in real life, satirizes it, but still speaks to something truly real, which is the feelings that you get from actually encountering this stuff. And they do actually a very good job of like condensing down the feeling that you would get in real life had you encountered these things in a real scenario. Not that I've ever been to an art gala, but just sort of the idea behind that stuff and sort of the frustration of dealing with like customers and frustration of dealing with like AI stuff and like tech stuff and tech rot and not really having control over your own life. It's good. But I do think you need to know about it. And it took a while for it to be fixed, but that's just the way that games are. Listen, we haven't even made a single game and I'm complaining about making games. Think about this. Can we get much higher? So